thousand movie house. Now today, I'm gonna be reviewing the dandysworld plushies. These right here. I had to put her there so she could like sit. So we're gonna go from the one I got recently, or the one. So we're gonna go from oldest to newest. Okay. Now I did get a first edition Sprout, Coco, and Vassy, but they're not here yet. So if you guys want to see like another one of these where I review them, or heck, maybe even Dial or Shelly if they're out by the time, maybe. So let's start with Pebble. I like Pebble, but the only problem is I frankly think he's not worth the price he is. This guy is the price of her. They're the same price, I think. Or her. I think they're like the same price. I'm pretty sure. But like, here's the thing with Pebble. Yeah, you can move his arms and his tail, but even then, like, it's really only cool for if you're like pretending he's walking. Aside from that, there's not much else you can do with that. Now some could argue the same, but I just think when the actual tunes, the fact that they can move their body, Bobette isn't as movable as the others, which is not the best example, is cooler, especially because they have trinkets they can use. Like, you can host V's game show, or pretend V moded a machine. With Pebble, yeah, he has his bone, but all he can do is hold trinkets in his mouth. Now, I do have the bone and his tag. He's first edition. I don't know where his tag is. His bone is somewhere. I just couldn't find it. Yeah, he holds stuff in his mouth, which is cool, but like, I personally don't think this guy, I feel like this guy should be like $20, maybe at the most $25. But like, he shouldn't cost as much as V. So I'm gonna rate Pebble like a 7 out of 10. And now it's time to go to V. Now first, let's get our items out of the way. I really like the V-mote. I really like it. It's not only a good trinket in the game, also I love the Easter event. It is just like a very well-made trinket. Like, I'm gonna say better than dog bone. I'm sorry, Pebble. This is the best trinket we have so far. Sue me. No, don't sue me. But, I'm gonna say this is the best trinket we have so far. Basically, let me explain why. So, not only it's, the best trinket in the game, one of the best trinkets, when it comes to extracting at least, or just solo runs, it's also very great because compared to the others, Astro Star Pillow is kind of simple. It's like a 3 pattern, and then just like, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Gordy's locket is pretty cool, but it's printed on, which I understand why they did that, to cost cuts, and or to cut costs, and Gordy was already expensive on his own. But I just think, like, hold on, I'm trying to think what I'm saying. I also think they wouldn't be able to put his parents and the stuff on there if they hadn't printed it. So I don't know why they did it. I just personally think that this one's cooler. No printing. Like, look at this sewing. Look at this. I wish I knew how to embroider. But I don't. I'm gonna try learning. Dandy's tape is also cool, but once again it's printed, but which I understand why. I think that unlike Gordy's, they could have tried making Dandy's trinket, the tape, like barely any printing, but that would have been hard, and it would have made Dandy probably more expensive. And let's see, who else? Bobette's is also entirely printed, which I can see why. So most of them are printed, but V's has no printing. It's embroidered. You can move the wires. And also has this in the back, the little batteries. Now her microphone. Let's get that out of the way. I really like it. It's really cool. I like her microphone tail. Yeah, it's just a cool trinket. I mean, once again, no printing. But yeah, it's not that much. It's not as good as the V-Mote, but it's still good. Aside from that, V herself. Something I like about her is she's movable, a lot more movable than Bobette, and you can host a V's game show. But my main issue with her is her big head. I mean, that's not a huge problem, but it's hard to balance her. Look. She just falls over. Look, let me try it. I'm gonna try all I can. So she just falls over. Let's have her sitting. She falls over. Because of her big head, she can't really sit that much. Now, Bobette doesn't have an excuse for why she can't sit. Can Bobette sit? I think if you do it right, well, she can. But that's not the point. The point is her head makes her fall a lot. But aside from that, V has no printing. Now neither does Pebble, but yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna stop about the printing thing. But I really do love her. I like her head, although it kind of makes a weird sound when you squish it. I think that's because they put like foam or something in there, like not stuffing, but around the head they put foam. I think that's what they did. And she's just great. I think she's an amazing plushie. I'm gonna give her a 9 out of 10, almost perfect. It's just like I don't know, something off about her, but I do like her. She has her bow tie and everything. Maybe it's just not because she's my favorite toon or because she has the best design in the game. You know, there's other characters with better designs. Bassie. Now it's time for Bob. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot to show the tag. I got first edition of her too, and her name is V version 1. I thought everyone knew that. But you know what everyone doesn't know? Bobette's full name is Bobette Caroline. Since when was it Carolyn? I swear, when the Christmas event came out and everyone saw the posters, her name was Bobette the Ornament or Bobette the Bauble. I swear. Since when was it Caroline? Oh my god. But anyways, on to the actual plush. So, yeah, here's the tag. Got first edition. If anyone wants to give me a first edition Astro or Danny, that would be nice. They're the only ones I don't have first edition. But anyways, so Bobette, I really like her. I like how you can move this, although I kind of don't like it because I want it to always be the exact shape. Like, I want it to always be, like this, you know, accurate to the game. And then sometimes, you know, if, like, I'm playing with her, it'll get messed up and just go bloop. Or if I do that, it just gets messed up. I have to fix it again. This isn't too hard, but it's just, it's one of those little things that's just, like, you know. I love her sweater. Her sweater is amazing. I like how they actually use, like, a sweater design instead of using minky or something. They used, like, I don't know what you call this fabric, or knitting or whatever, but I love how they used like something, because they could have easily just used minky for the sweater. They could have easily done that and then printed it on, but no, they went ahead and actually made it an actual sweater. Now I love the way Culture Fly's making these plushies. Do I wish for a dandysworld X Makeship collab? Yes, I still wish that happened, but I'm honestly over it. I mean, we have our dandysworld plushies, but they did team up with you two, so dandysworld, I mean, I would buy. I think dandysworld would be so successful on Makeship, it would be like the #1 successful thing. Bassie sold out in 30 minutes! Anyways. I still hope that collab happens. I don't care if it's not like a mainstream collab and it's only like 1 or 2 plushies, or heck, even 1 or 2 pins or anything. I just want dandysworld to officially team up with Makeship. But anyways, Bobette is amazing. I also love how they didn't use minky and just went ahead and did the extra work of hold on, something in here. What's that? What is that? Is it just like dirt or something? What the hell? So hard to get this out of here. There's like a black thing over here. I think it's like dust or dirt. refuses to get out. Yeah, it looks like dust. I think it's dust. Okay, there we go. I got out. I love how they went the extra step and actually made her sweater like, you know, the fluffy material instead of just making it minky once again. Because minky's not bad. Minky's the main plush fabric, but it's like, you know, for something like a sweater like this, you know, it's not the best to use minky. I do have a present. Once again, just like Pebbles' dog bone, it's somewhere. She's not as movable. Like, if you try, like, you can't move her if you do like that, because I don't know why, but I guess it's probably just mine is like that. But if it's like you can only move it up to here. You can only move it if you move it from here, but you can't move it if you go like that. Or can you? Maybe you can. But overall, you can't move her arms so much though. You can't move her arms. Not that much. Okay, well, I keep proving myself wrong. Okay, I guess I'm just wrong. But, she does that. Her head is printed, which I don't blame them for doing that. But I think she's amazing. I think she's 10 out of 10. And Bobette isn't even my favorite tune. I just like her design and, like, the way they made her into a plushie. She's just amazing. Now, we could review, okay, who are we going to review first? Twisted Dandy or the Dandy figure? I'm going from oldest to newest, so we'll review the Dandy figure. It came first. Like, not only it came out first, it actually came to my house first. Dandy figure. First, I just want to say, so what I like to do personally as a collector of U2s, I collect their figures every now and then. I really only collect their figures for stuff I really like dandysworld or Dano Caldross. I don't really buy their plushies that much. The most recent one I've bought is the Brent TV, and that's like the only one I've bought in the past like 6 months, and that's still not here. U2s, where is my Brent TV plushie? It's still not here. I've been waiting since September. I swear, U2s is gonna have me waiting a whole year. What is up with their plushie delivery? Like, seriously, their figures can get here in, I ordered this guy in like December, I think, and it came February, or no, March. So their figures can get here like as fast as a makeshift. Like a makeshift that's, you know, a campaign, not a permanent one. But their plushies take forever? What? Like, seriously, U2s, why do your plushies take forever? I ordered Brent. And he's still not here. I bought him all the way back in September. You know how much months that is? Okay, October, November, December, January, February, March. And he still hasn't shipped! That's 6 months! At this point, he's gonna take as long as an actual baby. Like, dude. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. What I like to do with my figures is I like to put this inside this clear case, because I like to have the actual like figure and stuff showing out, so you can like see the back, because there's always text on the back and there's always a cool thing on the back. Like, who wants to look on the back and just see this? Like, yeah, it's cool, and that's why I keep it in here, so it's a cool like artwork. But like, I also want to see this. So that's what I do, although you can't really see it much. But if you did turn it around, you could, because I have them like this. So now I'm going to get the figure out just for this occasion. I've only gotten it out 2 times. 2 times? 2 times. I also like the text. Those tapes are never yours. Now, those 2 times, the first time was the first time I ever got them. I think I've opened all my figures at least once just to see them when I go. Holy crap! What the hell was that? I just saw a bumblebee. I don't know if that was a bumblebee, but it was a really big bee riding on another bee, and it just came like this is the bee. Hold on, let me see. Is there an example I could use? These, so like, just imagine the Dandy figure's the same size as Pebble. These are the bees. They just came down, woo, and then went back up. Like, what just happened? Okay. Anyways, enough about that. The figure itself is really good, and of course, yeah, look, this was made by YouTubes. Guys, look, this is made by YouTubes. I mean, that's fine. I just think YouTubes is way too much about branding. We can tell YouTubes, we can tell this is yours. I mean, when the box says YouTubes, we can tell this is yours. The plushie has a tag, that says YouTubes. Why do you have to add your eyes every single goddamn time? Anyways, sorry, I'm just annoyed by the YouTube's eyes. They use it way too much. One of my favorite plushies doesn't even have the eyes. It's Orb. She's one of my favorite YouTube's plushies, and she doesn't have the eyes. The only plushie that I like one of my top 3 favorite plushies that I like is doesn't have eyes. Doesn't have the eyes. It's Orb. I think she's my favorite YouTube's. Although my 2 others are probably Smurf Cat, which does have the eyes, unfortunately, and Piggy. But I think I like Piggy because of the size. So what I think they could do is, even though I like the size of Orb, there's some plushies they just need to make smaller. Because some of their plushies are way too tall. They need to make the Freddy smaller. They really needed to make that toy Freddy smaller. I did order that one, because back then I was a huge YouTube fan. But now I think they're okay. Back to the figure. Jesus. I like the tape on the back. It's really well made. And I like how he's in a puddle of ichor. But aside from that, it's basically just Dandy with the stupid YouTube's eyes. And I really like this figure. Did I ever rate I rated Bobette a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna rate this figure a 10 out of 10 when it comes to figures. Comparing it to plushies, like Bobette, maybe like a 9 out of 10. No, 8 out of 10, because V's like a 9 out of 10, and I think V's better than this. Although I think that might be better than Pebble. One thing I do like about YouTubes, I will say, is none of their, at least their figures, none of their figures ever came like super broken. Or no, only one out of the I think. So let's see. I'm not gonna count. I'm gonna estimate like 12 YouTube's figures I have. Maybe I have 6 actually. No, I'm gonna say 10. Estimated 10. Only 1 has come broken, which sounds like, what? Out of all my dandysworld plushies, none of them have come with holes. But those are plushies. These are figures. Figures are really fragile. If I just knocked that dandy off right now and then I took him out of the box, he would probably be broken. Or if that didn't break him, then if I took him out of the box and then smacked him onto the floor, that would break him 100%. So I'm gonna put the figure right here, and now it's time for the big boy. I really like this guy. I like how fast he came. I like how not only fast he came, but he came fast and he's big and good quality. Like, okay, all of them are good quality, but still, I don't know what this fabric is, or like how to describe the feeling. It's like, it's kind of scratchy, but it's not like that scratchy material I hate. It's like a I don't know, there's something about this that I just like. I just like this material. I just like scratching it and feeling it. But I really love the material they use for these overall. I think it's better than, having them printed. Even though these likely are printed, it's just because of the material. They I wish the actual tape had been more like this. But it's fine. He doesn't come with an accessory. I did get first edition once again. So it's just Twisted Dandy. And you can move his arms, and they are very movable. His legs are movable, although I personally like him kind of like this. So I don't really move his legs much, because then, sometimes he can't even balance on his own. But what I do like is that he can balance on his own, because he has 4 legs. And even though you can move these, I personally don't really like to move these. I really only move the hands, and occasionally, if I get curious, I move the pedals, because the pedals are movable. They needed like I don't know why they did this, but I love it. So now Dandy if Dandy's shy, then he can wrap himself in a ball. He's a Demogorgon. There, it's the Dandy Gorgon. The Dandy Gorgon? Hold on, like my hand's covering it all up. There, look at this, guys. It's the Dandy Gorgon. Guys, it's the Dandy Gorgon. Beware of the Dandy Gorgon, guys. Next time we're doing a Dandy run, beware. There's a 1 in 100 trillion billion chance that you'll get the Dandy Gorgon. Anyways. But I think this is really cool. I really love this. I'm going to say this is better than 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10. 1 million out of 10. Okay, no. But this plushie really is super duper cool, and I really love him. I understand why Quill really loves him, and I understand why Quill has had him as an idea for a long time. What I don't understand is why Quill made him before Sprout, who is one of my favorite tunes, but whatever. Also, I wonder how Dial feels being the only one to not have a plushie. Like, Dandy has 2 plushies, Dial has 0. But this is dandysworld, so, yeah. So every single tune officially has a plushie, at least like Lethal and Main, except for Dial. And if you're wondering, what about Shelly? On Culturefly's official website, you can get like a 12-inch, I think it was, 12-inch plushie of Shelly. It doesn't come with an accessory. It comes with like a different tag, so you know it doesn't look like the ones from the store. So technically, she does have a plushie. It's just she doesn't have one of the like ones on the official store. What is crap? Wait, hold on. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool, dude. That's cool. I really love the new Easter event. But yeah, I really love Twisted Dandy. I wish he was better in game actually, because he's not that deadly. He's not that deadly. Twisted Scraps is more deadly than him. Gigi is more deadly than him. Freddy is more deadly than him. Who's Freddy? It's the new tune, guys. He's like a bear and he has a top hat and a bow tie. And like, okay, I'm joking. Of course, I'm joking. I'm just having fun. So yeah, I love these guys. If you wanna, so here's the ranking again. 7 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. When it comes to figures, like if I'm ranking him compared to other figures and stuff, 10 out of 10. But if I compare him to like plushies in rating, like rating in plushies, 8 out of 10. And Twisted Dandy, 1 billion out of 10. Okay, that's kind of a joke, but still, I really love Twisted Dandy. He's amazing. Say bye, Twisted Dandy. I said say bye, not wave bye.